Hello, do you have a problem with your marking out pencils in your workshop? Are you always struggling to find them? Are you losing them? Do they keep rolling under the bench? Are they always breaking on you, or you're having to break off from what you're doing just to go and resharpen them again? Yes? Well, stay tuned. I think I've got an answer with the help of a Nobel Prize winning American author. Cool, eh? But before that, a quick welcome to everybody coming back and a special welcome to anybody who's new here. If you like the video, you know what to do. Press the subscribe button, press the like button on the video, make comments in the comments section, because that's what I am. I'm Loz and this is Grandpa's Workshop. So, let's crack on. Right, today I want to have a little chat about marking out and pencils and John Steinbeck. Stay with me on that. Those of you who have been following me for some time already know I suffer from gremlin infections in the workshop. Projects keep being interrupted by my not being able to find stuff, or remembering where I've just put stuff down, or if I remember where I think I've put it down, it's not there when I go to find it. Hence Gremlins. Now, Nana Sue reckons it's me, but in the house I think it's her, because I'm always leaving stuff around the house that annoys her, and she puts it away in a safe place, and then neither of us can find it, but she rarely comes into the workshop. So if stuff goes missing in the workshop, I reckon it's the Gremlins. So back to marking out and projects. I'm currently using pencils, mostly HB pencils, for general marking out. I've also been experimenting again with mechanical pencils, because a while back I was given one of these fancy scribing squares that use propelling pencils with a 0.5mm lead or less in order to mark out, and you can't do that with an ordinary pencil. Now back in the days of analogue drafting, I used to use 2H pencils for fine lining out, and the old rotring drafting pens for inking in on my drawings. But these days, when I try the mechanical pencils, the modern and affordable mechanical pencils, I find that they're not as well made as I remember going back 3 decades or so, and the mechanisms of the clutches soon wear, and then whenever you're trying to draw lines, the blessed lead twirls back into the tube and it's not working. So I'd like some help on this. If anyone knows an affordable and reliable mechanical pencil that lasts under workshop conditions, I'd be pleased to know about it. Or maybe it's just that I'm tight when it comes to buying things. Anyway, that's that. So I've got 4 or 5 pencils and a couple of 3 sharpeners scattered about the workshop. They're supposed to have a place where I keep them, but they're never there. And like I said, if I'm using them and I put them down, they seem to not be there when I go back to them. Now, I've tried the flat carpenter's pencils to stop them rolling, like my old dad used to use, but I find them an absolute faff to sharpen, and if I resort to my dad's old sharpen with a chisel trick, I have a tendency to shed blood, which disrupts my flow even worse. So what to do? Basically, I need an endless supply of ready sharpened pencils that I know where they're going to be, and then everything else doesn't matter. So we've got to address that. Now, this is where John Steinbeck comes in. Nobel Prize winning author of the great American novel, you know, Grapes of Wrath, of Mice and Mountains or something. I don't know. I didn't know him from Adam. I'm a sci-fi and fantasy buff, but I do like trawling the YouTube, and I do like my pencils, and this is something that popped up which I think I'll find useful. Steinbeck was an obsessive pencil nerd. It's well documented that he liked doing his character sketches and his first drafts in a pencil, and he's a bit obsessive about his pencils. He liked something called Blackwing 602s. I don't know. They were very expensive, and he had a method which became so popular that Blackwing actually brought out a pencil named after it, the Blackwing 24. I don't know, any excuse to sell expensive pencils in batches of 24 instead of singly, but that's beside the point. This method I think will be useful for me to try out, and maybe for you. Let's see. So what did he do? Every day he would start with 24 ready sharpened pencils. These are not Blackwings. These are £7 for 2 dozen off the nice Amazon man, so less than 30 pence each. So he would start with 24. He would put them point up in one of 2 boxes. Then he would start writing. When the pen became blunt, usually after 4 or 5 lines, he would put it point down in the other box, and then he would work through them. When they'd all got to the second box, then he would stop, resharpen them all, and start again. Now I'm very impressed with that. So I bought myself a box. It's going to be an adaptation of the Steinbeck 24 pencil method, because you've got to factor in is that I'm not sitting down for 8 hours a day writing. Pencils get picked up, as you know, they're used for a few minutes, and then they should go in your apron pockets, shouldn't they? In theory. Mine go everywhere. But anyway, I reckon an adaptation of this is I use the box, I use them, and it doesn't matter where it goes. Next time I want one, I can pick it up and use it, and maybe it'll end up in the box. Periodically, and it won't be at the start of every workshop session, I'll probably have to sharpen all my pencils, which is a nice batching of a process that will take 5 or 10 minutes in the workshop, and then I don't have to worry until they're all blunt or I've lost them all, in which case I'll probably end up having 3 of my 4 holes used, freshly sharpened, used, and periodically I'll do a search and a sweep out of the workshop, and we'll go in the 3rd box, and the 4th box, 4th hole, it's for my sharpeners, and the whole thing goes on the wall, and at least when I'm working in the workshop, that's where it goes. So perpetual supply of sharp pencils, and then a periodically tidying up of the workshop, and then batch processing of the sharpening. I think it might work. I'm going to give it a try and let you know how it goes. At the other stuff, when I'm away from the bench and workshop, I probably need to look at EDC. Don't tell anyone I said that. Old man's pockets. I'll need to have something permanently in my pocket as well, but I think that's a good start. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know how you solve problems in the workshop or with your pencils, and what pencils you use. I know there's the mechanical pencils, and there's the, what do they call it, the deep reach ones, and different coloured pencils, and I'm going to be looking into them also. That's for another session, another video. So tell me what you think. I'm off for another cup of Yorkshire. You crack on in your workshops, having fun, and I'll catch you next time.